These guys come in all different colors, and they're usually named after where they're found. So this guy, for example, is called a Texas rat snake. So we know it comes from Texas. That's how we got the name. There's also another one called the Santa Ana River snake. It gets its name from a river that runs through parts of California and Mexico. And then there's one other subspecies called the bicolored rat snake. These guys are just amazing. If you've seen some of my other videos, you probably know that I love me some snakes. If you haven't seen them yet, go ahead and check those out. But today, we're talking about one of my favorites. We're talking about a snake that comes in all kinds of colors. We're talking about a snake that's really good at climbing trees. We're talking about a snake that hunts birds and rodents. And that's the Baird's rat snake. Let's get to it. The Baird's rat snake, also known as the Pantherophis bairdi, is a species of non-venomous snake that belongs to the family It is a large colubrid, reaching up to 6 feet in length, but typically averaging around 4 feet. Like many snakes, it is a carnivorous hunter, preying on a variety of rodents, birds, and other small reptiles. The Baird's rat snake is named after Spencer Fullerton Baird, an American naturalist and taxonomist who lived in the 19th century. He was a key contributor to the Smithsonian Institution and made significant contributions to the study of North American birds and mammals. The Baird's rat snake is named after him in recognition of his work in herpetology. Now let's talk about the coolest thing about these guys. No, not their climbing skills, not even their ability to eat rats. It's their colors. Baird's rat snakes are known for their beautiful and varied coloration. Different populations and subspecies can display a range of hues and patterns, which makes each individual unique. Some common color variations include orange, yellow, and gray, often with dark blotches along the back. Their coloration not only adds to their aesthetic appeal, but also serves as a form of camouflage, helping them blend into their So if you see one of these guys in the wild, be sure to take a closer look because chances are you're going to be impressed. But what if you want one of these guys as a pet? Well, in most cases, the pet trade simply refers to all Baird rat snakes as Baird rat snakes. And that's pretty easy for us because that's what we call them all anyway. But not all Baird rat snakes look the same. Some have more red in them. Others have more yellow. But no matter what their color is, these snakes make great pets. But do your research before bringing one of these guys home. Make sure you know how to take care of them and how to keep them happy and healthy. Then enjoy having one of the most beautiful snakes in captivity. Baird's rat snakes are primarily found in the southwestern United States, particularly in Texas, New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Kansas. They also occur in parts of northern Mexico. Their range extends from the southern plains to the western Gulf Coast states, where they inhabit a variety of ecosystems, including rocky hills, grasslands, and the edges of deserts. They're found at elevations ranging from a few hundred to several thousand feet above sea level. Outside of their native range, they've been introduced to several areas, including California and Arizona. Much like the corn snake, Baird's rat snakes are excellent climbers. They can scale trees and rocks with ease and agility, thanks to their strong claws and prehensile tails. This ability allows them to access new hunting grounds and escape potential predators. Plus, it lets them move through their environment in a way that's both efficient and impressive to watch. And because they're so good at climbing, it stands to reason that they would make great tree-dwelling pets. They're not going to get out of their enclosure unless you let them out. And once you let them out, they're going to find the highest place they can climb and chill out. Just make sure their enclosure has plenty of branches and other climbing structures. So they do get bored. Baird's rat snakes are active during the day, which means that they hunt during the day, too. They're ambush predators, which means they wait until they're close to their prey before striking. When they strike, they use their sharp teeth to hold on to their prey while they swallow it whole. Now, this isn't done in one gulp, mind you. They basically have a second jaw that helps them move their prey down their throat. And once it's down there, their digestive juices go to work, breaking it down. So don't worry, they don't choke. Speaking of eating, Baird's rat snakes aren't picky eaters. They'll eat pretty much anything that moves, and they're especially fond of rodents and birds. Rodents, like mice and rats, are a primary food source for Baird's rat snakes. Their preference for rodents is evident in their common names, such as the rat snake. These snakes seek out rodents not only for nourishment, but also to help control rodent populations in their ecosystem. They locate rodents by following their tracks or by sensing their movements through vibrations or odors. Once they get close enough to their target, they launch a quick strike, immobilizing the rodent with their venom. Then they swallow it whole. Birds are another staple of the Baird's rat snake diet, particularly birds that nest on the ground or low in vegetation. The snake's climbing abilities allow them to access bird nests, making them effective predators of ground-nesting species. They also consume eggs, providing them with a source of protein and essential nutrients. Additionally, Baird's rat snakes feed on other small reptiles, including lizards and other snakes. They're opportunistic feeders and will also consume fish and amphibians. Overall, their diverse diet contributes to their status as an important part of the food chain in their ecosystem. Baird's rat snakes have a wide distribution across various habitats, which means that they interact with a number of different animals. Their presence can influence populations of both prey and predators. For example, their appetite for rodents can help control rodent numbers, benefiting other species that might compete with rodents for resources. On the flip side, larger predators like hawks, owls, and even some snakes are known to prey on Baird's rat snakes. These predators recognize the value of the snake as a food source and will hunt them for their nutritional content. Additionally, competition for resources can occur between Baird's rat snakes and other predatory species, such as foxes and coyotes. Each species must compete for limited resources, shaping the dynamics of the ecosystem they inhabit. In the wild, Baird's rat snakes typically live for around 10 to 12 years. Although some individuals may live longer under ideal conditions, however, their lifespan in captivity can be significantly longer, with some surviving over 20 years. Proper care, including a balanced diet, appropriate enclosure size, and regular health checkups is crucial for ensuring a long and healthy life for these magnificent creatures. Now, just like any animal, Baird's rat snakes are vulnerable to certain threats. Habitat destruction due to urbanization and agricultural expansion can reduce their living spaces, fragmenting populations and limiting their access to resources. Rodenticide use, which is the practice of poisoning rodents, can indirectly affect Baird's rat snakes by eliminating their primary food source. This can lead to starvation or force them to seek new habitats. Additionally, climate change poses a threat, potentially altering their habitat and prey availability, and could also increase the frequency and severity of droughts, impacting their survival. To mitigate these threats, conservation efforts focus on habitat preservation, public education, and responsible land use practices, protecting and restoring natural habitats, raising awareness about the importance of Baird's rat snakes in the ecosystem, and promoting sustainable land management practices are crucial for safeguarding their future. And that's the Baird's rat snake. What do you think? You like these guys? Let me know in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out some of my others. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. And as always, thank you for watching.